happy Monday. So, it is Monday. It is thundering outside. We will see how this goes. All right, so let's see updates. So this weekend, last checked with you guys on Saturday. So Saturday finished our grocery shop. We went to Publix, got a few more things. For dinner, we had some legume pasta, which is basically plant-based pasta. It's vegetarian. It's non-GMO. Really good. Really good. We put vegan butter on it, and that's literally what we had for dinner. For lunch, I forget what we made. We made something for lunch. It was really good, but I don't remember what it was. And then yesterday, Sunday, for breakfast, we made paleo pumpkin pancakes. Literally, I had one pancake. I was so full. They're super dense because they're made with like coconut flour and a couple eggs and some pumpkin puree, stuff like that. I had a little bit of pumpkin pie spice in there. It was just really good. But one pancake and I was full. And so I was like, yeah, apparently there's a dense enough that I get full like that. One pancake, I was good. So my husband ended up eating my extra one that he had made me another one. I was like, can't eat it. Sorry, buddy. And then we've been looking for a new church to go to. So we know what type of church we're looking for this time because we've kind of tried everything else around here and have had some really bad experiences. And so went to 3 different locations of the same type of church and kind of picked the one we felt we liked the best, like we felt more comfortable at, that kind of thing. As far as traffic patterns, just general feel of the area, that kind of thing. So while we're out, we decided to stop at this place called Ralph and Cuckoo's. It's a seafood restaurant on this area. It's like a road that's between Mobile and Daphne Spanish Fort area. And there's restaurants all along it, and like whenever that area floods, you just can't go there for restaurants. So it's nice when the weather's nice to be able to go there and be able to eat, that kind of thing. The thing of it is, I had some choices. They didn't have like a salad option. I mean, there was some salads, but they were like not, like they were heavy with dressing, and it would have been like, I wanted something more than a salad. Because I knew I could have salad for dinner, so why not have something for lunch and then just do a salad for dinner, which is basically what I ended up doing. Well, I ended up doing a really good appetizer. So it's called firecracker shrimp, where they kind of steam up the shrimp and they throw them in the sauce. I asked what was in the sauce, looked at the ingredients to just kind of make sure none of them were like woo woo high calorie, kind of things. None of them were. It was basically just like honey and some sriracha and some other stuff, so worked out just fine. It's all stuff I normally would put in my food for baking or cooking. The whole meal from what I actually ate, because I got an appetizer because I don't eat a lot of food. I know I'm fat. Everyone thinks I must eat a ton. Like literally, I just don't. My husband can tell you, like he always jokes saying like a bird, and I just remind him that birds actually they're my whole entire body weight every single day, and then he's like, okay, well maybe not a bird then. But seriously, like I don't eat a lot, so I ate probably about half my appetizer. The rest of my shrimp I gave to my son. I ate about a half my cup of etouffee, which was mostly rice, and gave the rest to my husband. So that's why I say my calorie count was right about 600 probably for lunch, maybe 700 max. Obviously, I don't know exact because it was in a restaurant and I didn't make it myself. I really don't like going out to eat specifically for that reason, especially a restaurant like that where they make everything there. They can kind of tell what the ingredients are, but they're not going to give you a full ingredient list. So you kind of have to guess. I prefer going to places like Chick-fil-A where I can buy like the chicken breast nuggets that are grilled instead of fried, and I can get the salad. They have this great superfood salad that I love to have my chicken nuggets there. And they have the calories right there for you. It's like a 400 calorie lunch. So I like those kind of places where they can give me the calorie counts, but obviously this type of restaurant is not that kind of restaurant, so I kind of had to guess. So like I said, probably about 600 to 700 calories. Then when I came home, I had salad because I knew what I had left for calories for the day. I was able to throw on some jalapenos and add some of the fake chicken strips from Better Than Meat. Beyond Meat. Sorry. I eat them all the time. You'd think I'd know the name. But anyhow, I got the Beyond Meat chicken strips that are plant-based meat. They're not actually meat. Threw those on my salad. Gave myself a little bit of extra dressing, had some calories to meet. I used the Bolthouse Farms Italian vinaigrette dressing, which is only like 25 calories for 2 tablespoons. But I did give myself 3 tablespoons for a little bit extra calories on there. But it's really good. And so I really liked that for dinner last night. And then this morning, I had a quarter of a cup of milk and half a cup of my Cascadian Farm cereal that I really love. It's one that's kind of like a Cinnamon Toast Crunch kind of thing. It's like really good. I like because it's got that cinnamony. It's not sugary. It's just very cinnamony, and I like that flavor. So that's what I have for breakfast. Okay, so that's my weekend wrap up. Now to talk about the stuff people don't talk about when you're losing weight, and things that people who are trying to lose weight should really kind of think about. So I discussed counseling. Obviously, that's a big one. But the second biggest thing, and kind of ties with the first topic, is do not diet. Dieting is not a thing when you need to lose weight. Obviously, if you only have like 20, 30 pounds to lose, not a huge amount like I do or like some other people have to lose, maybe dieting is a thing for you. But for me, and people like me who've got a major weight problem and have a lot of weight to lose, number one, the first thing you should do is talk to your doctor. Ask them, hey, these are my options, what would you suggest? And ask them, and then research what they've suggested to you. Don't just jump on it going, yeah, I'll do that. You need to understand because it's a lifestyle change. It's not a diet. Like, I started eating paleo. I will eat paleo forever. Like, it's a healthy way to eat. It works for what we like for foods. We're able to cook from home and just, use better foods. So, paleo is what we're going to do forever. So, we're not just doing this until I lose all the weight. Like, I'm not going to lose all the weight and then suddenly be going to McDonald's. Like, I can't do that going forward. I have to make sure that I'm looking out for myself. Now, does that mean I can never go to McDonald's? No, it doesn't mean I can never go to McDonald's. But what it does mean is if I go to McDonald's, instead of getting a 20-piece McNugget and a McDouble, which is what I usually got because I don't like fries. Granted, we only go to McDonald's maybe like every other week, maybe once a month sometimes. Was not a regular place. I don't really like McDonald's food, but if I had to, that's what I would get. But I mean, that's a huge calorie meal. So, I mean, if I had to go to McDonald's, like if I was someplace, McDonald's is the only place I can eat, there's no other food, there's no grocery store, so there's no options besides McDonald's. There are still things I can eat at McDonald's. I can get a salad. I can get one McDouble instead of getting a 20-piece and a McDouble. Just something to tide me over. I don't have to get the fries and the soda. They sell water at McDonald's. Like, there are options anywhere you go. When we went yesterday to Ralph and Cacao's, I got an appetizer. I didn't get a meal. The appetizers are always a smaller portion. I didn't even eat the whole thing, but appetizers are always a smaller portion. It's a great option if you go into a restaurant that gives, a lot of places, especially down here in Southern Alabama, because it's a touristy area, these restaurants give you plates of food, like, huge. And I could never eat a third of them. I end up, like, passing my food up. I eat what I like the best first, and then I pass the rest off to my family. And honestly, I'm really a weird person, because if they have an option of a side of steamed broccoli, I get that, and that is the very first thing I eat. I love steamed broccoli. I would eat steamed broccoli over anything, any day. So I usually try it. If they have steamed broccoli, I usually grab it. But this place doesn't have that as an option. Their sides are things like dirty rice and just like all these really heavy sides. And so I made the decision to go with an appetizer instead. Because it's a smaller portion. It's going to be, something more aligned with what I'm trying to eat like, that kind of thing. So if you go to a restaurant like that where you don't have a lot of healthy options, look at the appetizers. Don't get yourself a huge plate of food. Because here's the thing we do in our head. We go someplace. We get a huge plate of food. You're talking to your friends or family or whoever you're at dinner with. And before you know it, you look down and half that plate's gone. So maybe get like an appetizer, which is like a smaller portion. And then if they have a side of steamed broccoli, order a side of steamed broccoli. Most places will allow you to order just a side dish. So it's always a great option to look at the appetizers. If they have a senior menu, those are always smaller portions. They say it's a senior menu, but if you tell them, listen, I have diet restrictions, they will let you order off the senior menu. Sometimes they'll let you order off the kids menu too, but they tend to be more likely to let you order off the senior menu than the kids menu. So this is a lifestyle change, not just a diet. You have to change everything about your life. Not everything, but a lot of things you have to change. First of all, you have to get a counselor. You have to, you don't have to, you should get a counselor. You have to change the way you eat. And it can't just be for the time while you're losing weight. It has to be a permanent change. Something that you can maintain after you lose weight so that you're not looking back at putting the weight on. Most people who do a diet and lose a bunch of weight gain most of it back, if not all of it back, within 2 years. I'm not going to be a statistic like that. What I like about my workout program that I have, the DDP workout program, is there's different levels. So I started out in chair force, and I'm still mostly in chair force, but I do now 2 workouts a day that are one step up where I'm using the chair for support. Building up the muscles in my back to support me when I stand. I have a back injury from when I had my son. My epidural actually spun around my back and then came out, and they didn't notice. And I kept saying, I'm feeling a lot of pain, and they were like, oh no, honey, it's just this. I was like, no, this is no. Like, and they checked, and they figured that out, and they were like, oh, well, you shouldn't have any long term. And now I found out that lots of women are like me who've had kids and had epidurals. Lots of women have back pain after delivery forever. Mine is severe because of the issue of what happened, and of course there was no recourse, is whatever. And it's whatever. I can overcome this. It's something that happened to me, but it's not defining who I am. So I know I have to work on my back support. I have to work on the muscles of my back so I can stand better. When I went and talked to my doctor, she said to me, okay, I want you to do this limited calorie for the first couple months. That's going to kickstart your weight loss and get you down to a weight where you can move more. Because I gained 30 pounds by the time my daughter left for China, the time I decided to change my life. I went from being like 427 to being 458. The picture I shared in my Will weight loss, that was 30 pounds lighter than my worst weight. So this is not like... It was actually 30 pounds heavier, and I'm sure you can imagine that's a lot heavier. And so... my doctor said, initially do this, but then you have to understand that then you're going to start building muscle. Initially, you're going to have a lot of water weight loss. I gave up soda. I gave up different things. She's like, you're going to have a lot of different weight losses things. With my metformin starting, it meant my insulin levels were going to go down, which my body was going to start burning fat better. Because I have PCOS, so I take metformin to keep my insulin levels low. Because metformin, or PCOS, causes you to store insulin at a much higher rate, which can eventually cause to heart disease, diabetes, lots of things. I will go into that another day. But yeah, so I take metformin every single day to bring down my insulin levels so that I can lose weight. And that's why you'll notice some days like today, I left this so I can show you guys. I have hair down here, I get hair up here. It's all part of my PCOS. Not a great thing. I really dislike it. But anyhow, so needless to say, I had to decide what I was going to change my life. So I started off with food. I started off making sure my counselor and I had like 6 months worth of visits lined up. I made sure that I sat down, found an eating plan, an eating style that would work for me and my family. Something that we could continue afterwards. So we will be paleo forever. Unless whatever. But for as long as I can foresee it in the near future, paleo works for us. It's a lot of basic stuff that's healthy that works for us. We like the food. It's easy to cook in general.